Good afternoon to everyone. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. So let's start. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. So let me share to you my screen first. Okay. So today we'll be talking about 30 link building tips that you need to start implementing to your own outreach and content marketing campaign. And these are just some small tweaks and changes to how you actually execute prospecting, outreach, and content creation. But first, let me introduce myself. I'm Venchito Tampon, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of SharpRocket. SharpRocket is a link building and content-based company. We are actually located here in the Philippines, Manila, Philippines, and we've been around for almost one year. And let's start. So if you'd like to download this slide presentation, you can go to http://bit.ly 30 dash link that building. So it's 30 that link that building. So if you want to look at the slides as I share tactics and strategies about link building, then you can check out that slide share link. Okay, first let's talk about links. Why links is very important. If you read the search engine land post about the top 3 search ranking factors, one of those is links. Links are still very important factor in the eyes of Google and also in helping users find web documents and looking at useful information or data online. So links are very important. If you look at the Moz ranking survey, you will see that links are one of the top search ranking factors. And there are many posts and resources on the importance of links. So, and today we'll just focus on this important search ranking factor, how we can actually build links to different strategies or tactics, as well as creating content that can really attract high quality links for our website or for our clients. So this presentation is basically for everyone. Maybe you are a marketer of a in-house agency, maybe you're a startup, maybe you're a niche blogger. So this presentation is for you. Let's first go with prospecting. Many link builders start with prospecting. Prospecting is the initial phase in link building, link acquisition. It is the most critical. It's because this is where you will see or discover your link targets or the link opportunities that you will later on reach out to for links. Now in prospecting, the formula is very simple. You need to look or identify the right keywords or search phrases plus the proper search operators. It could be the in URL, in title, all in title, many of those search operators. Then it can provide to you targeted link prospects. When I say targeted link prospects, these are link prospects that are really relevant to your niche, that not just relevant, but can really give you drive through some traffic if you get some links from those sites. So prospecting is more on finding keywords, knowing which search operators are can properly be used so you can later on get the targeted link prospects. Let's start with number one, be creative with keywords or search phrases. One of the things that we've tested here at SharpRocket is really looking at the W, H, and H questions. So basically, it will be the what, when, how, where, and why of things. Let's say you are in the food industry. You can simply look at pages or articles about what can you do with a food processor. Then simply looking at this, you can use this as one of your search phrases. Also, another thing is looking at some of the mistakes that happen in your industry. Let's say in digital marketing, you always have this digital marketing mistakes, entrepreneur mistakes, technology marketing mistakes. Almost every industry has this mistakes related content. So once you've identified a particular mistake, you can actually use that as your search phrase. So you can use in URL or in title email marketing mistakes, and you'll find a lot of these opportunities. Next is using the CMS-based search queries. So these are mainly about using the one of the CMS, like let's say WordPress or Blogger, that are really popular and commonly used in the blogging industry. So you can actually use it, keyword and powered by Blogger or powered by WordPress. And you need to add the minus sign, wordpress.com minus blogspot.com, for you to filter the search results. It will remove pages or websites that are just a borrowed domain. So basically, you want to only find those owned domains of bloggers. So this is one tip that you can add to your link prospecting database or link prospecting spreadsheet. So using Powered by Blogger or Powered by WordPress, it can give you additional link opportunities that you haven't found by simply just using all in title, guest posts, or things like that. So this is one thing that you need to do. Next is to use Listpedia. Listpedia is a tool, it's a Twitter prospecting tool that you can actually use in order for you to find more link opportunities. So what you can do is to actually type in the your industry phrase, let's say personal finance, and it will give you Twitter lists that are relevant to your industry. Next is to find and once you've type the personal finance, let's say the keyword, then it will provide you a list of Twitter lists when you can look for blogs that you can pitch later on for content distribution. Let's say if you want to do guest posts for niche related blogs, then you can actually reach out to these profiles that have websites, that have their own blogs or websites. So basically, this is a tool that can really help to expand your link opportunities. Next is to use the anchor-based search. Now, what you can do is many websites have this high relevant resource pages. Then one thing you can do is to get one of those resource pages or one of those content assets that are popular in the industry and plug it into Ahrefs to find anchor text that people use to link to that particular page. Let's say for this example, it's a nutrition data guide. So it's a nutrition data website. You can see those anchor text, nutrition data, nutritiondata.com. And then from that, use those anchor text as one of your keyword phrases in order for you to find more link opportunities. It is because people use it as one of their anchor text, you might find a lot of link opportunities by using this simple anchor text. Can use citation logs or a manual search will do. Number 5 is to actually use the HTTP checker. This is actually it's not a tool, but you would need this for broken link building. In broken link building, the idea is you reach out to a webmaster that has a resource page, and on that resource page it has a lot of broken links, and you can ask that webmaster, hey, would you like to fix these broken links? This can affect how visitors engage on your website. And from that, once the broken links were fixed, then you can already suggest your content. So that's how broken link building works. So basically, if you want to execute broken link building, you need to identify broken links on the resource pages. One of the tools that you can use is this. This is a spreadsheet tool from my friend Jason Baguio. So he created a spreadsheet that can actually help you find the broken links on a resource page. So you'll simply copy and paste it in the text and URL column, and it will give you automatically generate the header codes of each page. One tool that can really assist you with this is the link clump. So use the option for copy to clipboard and then paste it into this spreadsheet, and it will automatically generate the HTTP codes. So once you identify the HTTP codes of each page, what you can do is to look for broken links, which are the 404. And then you include these pages, broken pages in your initial pitch. or in your second pitch. Then once you've done that, you can provide the value of not just giving the broken links that can be fixed by the webmaster, but also offering your content as a replacement of those broken links. So you can actually look at the link for you to get the spreadsheet. Six is the stylist. Stylist is a tool to help you find prospects, not only find prospects, but actually to give you an idea if the page or site has been clicked. Since most commonly, if you will be doing broken link building or blogger prospecting, you will have that difficulty or have that problem of visiting the page or website for let's say 5 or 10 times. So it's a waste of time visiting those pages or websites for let's say 3 or 5 times. You simply it will tell you if you have visited the page by look it uh, by giving you the color. Let's say you can actually uh, tweak it into a background color of yellow. So it will give you, it will tell you if the page or site has been clicked. Another is step is to observe, mainly in resource prospecting. These are very important um, tips because when you want to find more link opportunities, you need to observe the URLs. So you can actually observe similar keywords in URLs for you to look for more link opportunities. Let's say for this specific example, you look at the in URL or useful resources photography. So since you get a lot of pages or resource pages that have the keyword useful resources, you can actually use that in your as your search phrase. And also, if you're doing local link building, then you can actually then you want to find then you want to use the country domain extension. Let's say for Canada in URL colon that Canada / photography resources for you to find local specific um, resource pages or link opportunities. Next is number 8 is to actually document everything that you found, link opportunity, the name, contact email. By using this, this is a example of what we do at SharpRocket. We have a team research report. This can give us, it can help us really know if a specific, what specific query can really provide profitable link opportunities. Let's say we have this column for search operator, search term, Google query, the time started, the page reached, time finished, and the number of prospects. This can really help us give organize our link prospecting phrases and also valuable insights that we can use for link prospecting. Let's say for this particular Google query, we actually prospected for 10 or 20 link opportunities. Then we can actually just focus on this query to find more opportunities. And it also helps us avoid multiple usage of one link prospecting page, which can actually save time if you are in an in-house SEO agency. 9 is the comment-based search, which is actually using comment phrases. Let's say for this example, online shopping tips, my tips, comment log. By using this, you can actually expand your link opportunities and find more prospects that you haven't listed in your spreadsheet. Only this is my tips, leave a reply. So these are some of the key phrases that you can add to your link prospecting list. So let's go to the content. Content creation. It's very important because in order for you to acquire links, you need to create content. We say that content is king, but it's not just about being king. It's about creating a linkable content that people would like to actually not just link, but also share it and share it so you can actually um, get more link from that. So 10 is to actually have a comprehensive link-based process. So this is a good strategy from my friend. So what he did is to create top niche experts to follow content. So let's say in the interior design, he created this, a top 50 interior designs to follow in 2016. Now, this is not for to actually acquire links, but to actually just building relationships with the people listed in the content. So there's no intent of getting links using this content. Then from creating the top niche experts content, he get some advices or recommendations or tips in terms of interior design. So then he curated the list of those tips. So he ended up having this content: interior design do's and don'ts every beginner should know. And what he did is to create an infographic from this crowdsourced content, beginner's guide to interior design and decorating. And from that, he actually asked people who actually contributed to his crowdsourced content if they can share or even link to specific infographic or the expert advice content. So it's more on it's not a simple type of random post where you can just ask send emails to people and ask them one question and they will and then you will get answers and compile it into one big post. It's not actually that. You start with building relationships. You're actually initiating the content first before actually asking advices in your second content. So the process is simple: create top niche experts to follow content, and then you ask for expert advice in your second content, and then you create an infographic from this. You can actually get links from this one, get links from this one, and get links from this one. So it's a link-based process that you can actually replicate to almost all of your websites or all of your clients. 11 guest post trick is to actually add internal links to guest posts to increase publish rates. It's most commonly when we provide guest posts for a particular webmaster or blogger, we simply just link out to our own content, but not actually helping that blogger webmaster to internally link to his or her website. So if you want to increase your publish rate, meaning publishers will actually publish your guest post. So what you can do is to add internal links to your guest post, so they will actually approve it and post it on their blog. 12 is target linkable audiences. This is a verified linkable audience from Citation Labs. Teachers, caregivers, these are all linkable audiences. So when you find a niche of your client, then you can actually create it targeted to these linkable audiences. The good thing is that they are already available and uh, they are available to link to you. So, for example, if you are in these curtain blinds industry, you can actually create a guide about sun safety guide for parents. So it's specifically targeted for parents as a linkable audience. And from that, you can look for resource pages that had linked to a similar page or resource, and then reach out to them and acquire links. 13, linkable audience testing is to test if there are available resource pages for that particular niche. Let's say in this for parents, you can actually use in URL color links.html for plus for niche people to verify if your topic for specific content is linkable. 14, to share buttons in content. What I did with at SharpRocket is to create a post around the post and then to add share buttons, Twitter share buttons within the paragraph. So if you can see, you look at the mini Twitter button there, and then what I did is to um, look at to identify a Twitter like message in that paragraph, and then from that I created the Twitter like messages button. When if you will click on it, share it, to look like this. Link building is very simple and there's no need to complicate it. It is included in this paragraph. The good thing here is you can increase the chances of getting your post shared by contributors and also visitors or readers who will read your or who will consume your contents, because we find it valuable to link to or to share a particular um, sentence or a quote from your content. It can actually amplify your shares and links. So the formula is actually this: Twitter like message plus Twitter handle. It is the Twitter handle of your of the contributor plus the more, let's say, more habits plus URL of your curated content. Next is the habits content. Okay, at HubSpot, they created a lot of habits of blank people content. So what I did is to create a content for SharpRocket blog, call it the 18 habits of highly effective link builders. And from this, what I do is to reach out to webmasters and to contributors of this content if they can share or link to it. So I acquired links using this strategy. There in every industry there are habits, many habits that you can actually take advantage of when creating content. You can actually use that as your content idea. 16 is the content templates. What you can do is to use the BuzzSumo to find templates of the most shared content in your niche. So in this example, you'll see you can look at the first result statistics that actually drive action. So even though if you're not in the content marketing space, you can replicate that in your specific niche, in your niche. And most commonly used words, definitive guide, examples to inspire you. So basically, let's say you are in the technology space, you can actually have that, let's say, a hosting statistics that can actually help your website speed up, or 20 or 50 statistics or data that can actually speed up your website, things like that. So you can use those titles or templates for your industry. Replicate that in your industry and create content. 17, advanced roundup post is to ask 3 to 5 influencers to just answer one question. The good thing here is you don't need to send emails to 50 or 100 experts or influencers. Simply just identify the 3 to 5 top influencers and then answer one question, the what question. So in this example, I created a post about off-page SEO. So what I did is to reach out to LA the Solis and people who are really familiar with this topic, and then ask them what is off-page SEO for you, and then compile those answers, include those answers in my post, and then publish it. 18, can actually use the Guestographics by Brian Dean. Can use actually increase link acquisition by writing a mini guest post. Basically, if you're not familiar with Guestographics, it's simply creating an infographic, and then you uh, reach out to webmaster or blogger, and then ask them to if they would want to have a customized mini guest post. You will see it. This is an example of a mini guest post. We're looking for ways. The first three or five sentences are actually the mini guest post. The good thing here is you take away the burden from the blogger of actually writing that introduction of infographic. And from that, you can actually increase the link acquisition rate or the publishing rate of your infographic. And I created an infographic 2 to 3 years ago, and then I get tons of links, DA80 plus and DA40 plus links. So that's how Guestographic works. You actually provide that value, taking away the burden from that blogger webmaster to write the introduction for your infographic. Next is interviews. Okay, so interviews is actually using it as one of your guest entries. The process is simple. What you can do is to reach out to an influencer or expert, and then get his or her answers, and then use that as your guest post. So that's basically how interview guest post based works. Okay, you can find existing interviews also of your niche influencers for you to find uh, opportunities on that. Let's go to the outreach. So number one is to get feedback. The good thing with getting feedback or suggestions or recommendations about your content is you can actually revise that content and make it more linkable. So for this example, the blogger replied, "Thanks for sending this link along, but I'm afraid it's not a good fit for our audience." So what you can do is to actually update your content with new sections that can fit to that particular audience or blog or website. And then you will reach out to another set of audience where you can get another set of links. 21, BLB outreach trick. What you can do is to include the correction or update instruction of the blogger to your initial pitch. Let's say for this example, he actually included this sentence, "Have a kick-ass travel blog or helpful site I should know about." So what you can do is to use this particular sentence in your initial pitch. And once you reach out to that webmaster or blogger, that person will eventually know that you reach out to him or her because you want to suggest or update his or her research page. This is another trick if you want to increase your conversion rate in broken link building. Another is to give broken link replacements. What I did is to reach out to a webmaster and then tell him that there are broken pages or broken links on his resource page, and then he replied. And then I told him, sure thing, and no worries, it happens. They're the ones I encountered, and then I don't just give him the broken links that he needs to remove, but I actually provide some replacements. Let's say for this example, American history from Civil War to present. So it's the podcast isn't found anymore, but you can link to this page. The good thing here is you actually provide value than simply just providing the broken links, and you can convert um, more link opportunities using this simple small change in your initial or in your second pitch. Not just provide broken links, but give replacements. Very important in broken link building. Next is to use Email Hunter. It's one of our tools at SharpRocket. It helps us quickly find email addresses. Include that in your toolbox, content marketing and link building toolbox. Email Hunter is a very good uh, email hunting tool. Clearbit, another tool that you can actually use to find email addresses from people in our organization. So what Clearbit does is it gives you available email addresses from people within a company or organization. So if you want to find the customer service contact email, if salespeople email, so this Clearbit tool can really help you find those email addresses. 25. When you reach out to webmaster, you mostly get some of this failed messages. One thing you can do is to avoid this upfront. So you can actually validate email addresses using the myAddR. So the good thing here is you already know if that particular email address is working or not. So let's say for this 16 email addresses, there's only two that's working, and then for this 161 email addresses, there are 190 email addresses that are working, 25 are not. So the good thing here is you can just reach out to those 100 email addresses that are working, and then find the secondary email address of those 25 contact emails that are not working. So the good thing here is you avoid having receiving these failed messages. Track email opens. You can use the good one thing you need to understand in outreach is you need to track email open rate is because it can give you valuable insights in outreach. So you can actually use mailtrack.io to track if your email has been sent to a particular blogger or webmaster, or your email has been opened by that webmaster. So good thing here is once you see that your email has been sent, has been opened, but you did not get a reply or response, what you can do is to actually do a follow-up for that particular webmaster. Good thing is you don't waste any link opportunity in your spreadsheet. 27, choose the best contact info. So we have at SharpRocket, we have a hierarchy of email formats. First, we only get the email address from a visible page. Second is the personal email. Next is a contact page of the sole author, and then department, position, list, admin, editor, info. The good thing here is we increase the chances of getting replies, and one thing here is to avoid these emails, sales at, domain support at, service at, hello at, office at. It's because when you send an email to these email addresses, you mostly get some support, um, automatic responses, which won't help you to actually get a link from particular research page or particular blog. So you need to look at these email formats and reach out to this. If you don't get some of these, if you still can get the right email addresses, then you can just get the contact page and reach out using that. So next is to construct an email, simple email. This is an email format that you can use. Subject, asset for website name. Hey name, thought you might like this asset for website name because reason. Now this is a basic construction of email, but this is very critical in getting some responses and getting some links. So let's say you are doing guest post for this particular blog, you can actually uh, write subject line, let's say content for website name, and then hey name, thought you might like this content topics that I'd like to contribute on your blog. It is because blah blah blah. It can help you gain more readers, gain more visitors using that approach. So basically, you need to just simplify how you construct your email so you can actually get more link opportunities. 29, schedule emails. But we use Right Inbox as well as Boomerang in our earlier years. But basically, these days we just use Right Inbox. So what we do is to schedule our outreach emails either 11:48 p.m. It is our time zone here in the Philippines, or 12:48 p.m. Now, the good thing here, it is actually a combination of different time zones. The first time zone, 11:48 p.m., is a combination of um, um, the morning hours of US, the different US time zones. Second, 12:48 p.m. is the combination of different, the morning hours of um, different countries in Europe. So we can actually guarantee that we can get response once we schedule once we schedule outreach emails based on those time or hours or time dates. So next, last would be to follow up prospects. Basically, if you don't get a reply, you need to follow up those prospects. So what we do is not just follow up and saying, hey, we don't get a response. Um, Last week, did you receive our email? It's not like that. So what we do is to give three options in follow-up emails. So basically, it's just saying, I haven't heard back from you, and tells me one of three things. You're not interested at this time, but we can work out something in the future. You're still not interested, but haven't had the time to get back to me yet. Now, the good thing here is to actually give them options and then let them choose one. And then once they choose one, choose that one particular reason, then you can actually uh, recreate the content, or brainstorm of ideas or insights that we can derive from their answers. Let's say for this example, the particular blogger did get lost that email and returned it into the spam folder. So what we can do, the good thing here is we continue the conversation and not lose the link. So basically, last, just to give you our services, link building services from SharpRocket. So we have an SEO agency partnership. So if you're an SEO agency owner, indoor marketing owner, advertising agency owner. So what we do is to partner with you. We can partner with you for your link building needs. You think you can't build links for that particular client, we can actually help you and give you some discounts for bulk number of links, or for bulk volume of clients. Custom link building. Let's say in a small medium, you're a small medium business owner, and then you're already a startup, and then you own a niche site, which is profitable in terms of money making. So what we can do is to create link building strategy suitable for your website. Or if you're a Fortune 500, 100, 1000 brand, you're a big site, you don't have a time to create link building strategies, create link building campaigns for your big site, then what we can do is to help you plan, strategize what we can do to maximize your content assets, and then reach out to those possible linkers, and then give you the links that you need in order for you to not just rank, but also to gain some traffic using our link building strategies. So good thing here is we can, for our listeners, can give you 10% discount if you registered in our here in our conference, and then once you signed up, we can give you 10% discount in your first month service with us. And you only have 10 available slots. That's a sad thing, but it's a good thing because we can just focus on these 10 new clients coming from you guys. So if you want to learn more about our services, you can check out our website, sharprocket.com.ph, and that's it.